Hi everyone, in this installment of Take Charge Now, what is it that the rich do differently than the rest of us? What is it about having a millionaire mentality even if you don't have $1 million? Over my career, I've had a great opportunity to sit down with those by any standards, $25 million or more of investable assets are considered to be rich. I've had an opportunity to talk to them and say, okay, give me some of your strategies. What are some of your rituals? And I thought I would share those with you. The first is they will always tell me that they are not frivolous. Just because you can doesn't mean you should when it comes to spending money. They think about things that they're going to be spending their money on, and they're very strategic about building assets. They do not like ongoing payments. In fact, one individual told me it was a financial sinkhole. If they're ever going to borrow money, they borrow to invest, never to consume. Think about that. I mean, it does make all kinds of sense. They're also very razor sharp with their numbers. At any given time, they can tell you what their net worth is, how much they owe, how much they own, where exactly they're standing financially. And sometimes when the markets have pulled back, they'll alter their behavior. They'll spend a little less. When the markets are up, they feel a little more generous with themselves and they will spend more. But they always know their number. Now, the one area that I really am fascinated by is they will tell me they are always looking for the next big thing. I love that concept. I'm always looking for the next big thing. I don't know what it'll be, but if you're not open to something happening, you might go right by it. I often think about life as a book. You get to write the chapters of your life. And at the end of each chapter, you don't know which way the author, being you, is going to go, left or right. And it's not right or wrong. These are about the choices that you make. And so think about it. What might be the next big thing for you? Now, all of these people that I spoke to talked about leaving a legacy. And it's not always a financial legacy. They want to pass down generations worth of wealth. I can give you a classic example of what I mean by this. When my mother-in-law passed away, she had cancer and we chatted before she did pass. And I said, do you have any regrets in your life? And she said, I do. I have one big one. I wish I was more financially literate. I have to tell you, I think she was trying to humor me. But I thought about it, and she left a small inheritance to each of our 4 children. And I have written a number of books, and one of them was targeted to teens, dedicated to our 4 children. None of them ever picked it up and read it. So I suggested to her, we would match her inheritance if each of our 4 children read the book within a time frame and then answered 5 skill testing questions that I decided would be appropriate for them. She thought it was a terrific idea. Now, if anyone has more than one child out there who may be watching, 3 of our children read the book, answered the questions, moved forward, and the 4th, he waited till the last day, and it was time sensitive. If he didn't do it by that day, he was not going to get the money. But he did, and he answered the question, all of them. And the point I'm trying to make is the legacy around financial literacy was far more valuable to every one of our children than actually the financial legacy itself. Something to think about. Here's another one that they told me. They're financially realistic. They've always set goals that mattered to them, that excited them. They said that changed their behavior, but they also realized that if they put their mind to it, they could achieve those goals. When you set financial goals for yourself, I can tell you 9 times out of 10, they probably won't work. Life can throw you a financial detour, or life simply gets in the way. I've often said, don't make assumptions. You could have 2 50-year-olds standing side by side in the same career, same stage of life, maybe a similar background, and you think financially they're exactly at the same point, but not necessarily, because life can get in the way. And finally, those who are really wealthy, they always have a contingency plan. They always have an emergency fund. Not that they ever have to tap into it, but they want to know they can if they need to. So back to my original statement. This isn't about having $1 million. It's about having a millionaire mentality. And I'm going to end with, we all have 3 ages. We have a biological age, which may be the age that we're at, or even healthier, which means we're younger than our chronological age, which is the number on your birth certificate. Because depending on your life, whether you have good health, you want that number to be less. But we also have a financial age, and they've all told me that their financial age, they want to be so much older than their current age. And that can happen when you put good financial planning strategies in place. You don't spend all the money that you earn. You actually tuck some away and you start to create wealth. It's not about how much you earn. It is about how little you spend.